Welcome back. The first semi-final of the 2010 World Cup in South Africa kicks off this evening. Uruguay faces the Netherlands as underdogs, and the winner will take on either Spain or Germany, who are going face-to-face tomorrow. And as the World Cup edges towards the finals, a Lebanese youth academy makes its way back from Spain. The Advanced Soccer Academy of Beirut just finished with Copa Cataluna's 23rd tournament, which started on the 27th of June to the 3rd of July. Let's take a look at the academy itself.
This is the Advanced Soccer Academy of Beirut. They have just made their way back from Spain after 4 of their teams took part in the tournament of Copa Cataluna. The academy was founded back in 2007 by Rani Ghaziri and Raed Sadiq, an idea which started off as a dream that they now made a reality. It has now been running continuously for 4 seasons. ASA is fast developing into the most specialized football institution for youth development in Lebanon. The reputation of the academy is growing in the country thanks to what most people call their outstanding professionalism.
Because they're extremely professional, they're very consistent, they take the game properly, and they're training these kids in a very comprehensive way. And they've done fabulous things. They've taken them to, they've exposed them to other countries. They've already traveled. This is his 3rd trip.
All of ASA's coaching staff is affiliated to the International Coaching Association as to keep up to date with the latest coaching methods and techniques. Speaking at the airport before they left to Spain, both founders reiterated their goal and aim for the academy.
We've been to quite a few competitions now. We're looking at about the 4th international competition, but this is probably the biggest one we're going to and the biggest contingent of players that we're taking to the competition. We've got kids ranging from the age of 8 and 9 all the way up to the ages of 21. So some of these boys that are behind me are some of our bigger boys, which are the under-19 squad. And then you've got the little ones, the under-11s, who at the moment are the best team in Lebanon in their age category.
As the academy continues to develop and grow, they have increased contacts with organizations and institutions outside of Lebanon. The group of players previously played in Sweden's Gothia Cup and in Portugal. Manchester in England was also on the list, where the ASA teams played friendlies on Premiership training grounds. They also witnessed a Premiership match live between Manchester United and Bayern Munich, 2 great teams to aspire to. This kind of activity is rare in Beirut and isn't regularly seen. Since Rani and Raed came on the scene, there has been a change in attitude towards sports, and that has grasped this opportunity from grassroots. They intend to nurture and refine a player's talent before finally giving the child a chance to make it into Europe and the United States.
They teach the children not only football but also self-discipline, and this is very important for the children. And they make them love football. They don't play football just for winning; it's for the love of the game.
The Advanced Soccer Academy is not only a place where football is an art, it provides strict discipline and inspiration. This is the first time both boys and girls here in Lebanon have been given the opportunity to refine their skills and a hope of taking it abroad.
And to further discuss the work of the Advanced Soccer Academy, we're joined by Rani Ghaziri, the co-founder and the head coach of the under-19 squad. Rani, thank you for being with us. So as we've just seen in the report, you just came back from Barcelona. Can you tell us about the trip, the results of the teams, how well they did?
It was quite a big tournament. There were 142 teams in the tournament from 19 different countries. We went there as underdogs and actually came back with our heads held up quite high. We had our under-11s that went all the way through to the semi-finals, beating Italian teams, German teams, Spanish teams along the way, and our under-19s reached the quarter-finals. Our under-13s reached the round of last 16. So we're very, very proud of the boys. They've held their heads up high.
And so you co-founded the academy in 2006. Where did the idea come from, and how does it differ from other academies in Lebanon?
Okay, I came back from the UK, where I was actually based in Manchester. That's where I studied. And I came back and started teaching in ACS. And that's where I met Raed, a close friend of mine and co-founder, obviously. And he had the same dream as I did, and we wanted to work together to rebuild and restructure the youth system of football in Lebanon.
And how do you select the kids? How do you turn them from players into professionals, given the lack of facilities in Lebanon?
It is difficult. We are struggling. We're working against all the odds. We have to rent fields because we don't have our own facility yet, but we are managing. We are using the best facilities possible. We take our time over the kids. Initially we started with whichever kids were interested, and we've grown towards a more selective process where we are able to choose the kids after they've passed through certain tests, fitness tests, skill tests. They have to be up to the right level, and so we say we pick the diamond and then we polish it.
And where do you see Lebanon in terms of football in the next 5-10 years?
Football in Lebanon is growing, and it's moving away from the dirty side, let's just say. I mean, football's always been seen as politically orientated in Lebanon, and we've moved it away from that. And a lot of people are taking on board the same idea, and hopefully we'll see Lebanon internationally a little bit more. I mean, World Cup, I mean, that's a dream, but I mean, this was a dream before it started, so you never know.
What would it take to actually have a proper team, competing in international competitions?
I think we need some players that are actually playing internationally. We need some of these young boys to actually make it and play abroad and play in the States, maybe play in Germany, play in the UK, and that way they are alongside the professionals, and that way they can bring back their experience and represent Lebanon on a higher level.
Thank you, Rani. Thanks for your time.